Hi, I am Amma Duncan. In 2015, while in corporate Ghana, I was up to my neck in feeling stuck. Plus, I was always broke. I wanted a change like yesterday. I was just tired. While thinking about what to do, I had an idea to share stories about women as a way of honing my writing skills to become an author. Little did I know that Father God upstairs had way bigger plans for me. Now, this idea has developed over the past 7 years into the Fabulous Woman Network, a social enterprise which helps women create wealth and impact people. Through events, training, coaching, and mentoring, we've impacted thousands of women around the world. In the beginning, I knew zilch about running a business, and so I invested in many programs and books. I still do. Learning and applying them is empowering me to create wealth, and I desire to help others get empowerment too. In fact, my vision is to see an Africa in which women are empowered to create wealth and impact people. I am constantly being asked many business-related questions, and so over the next couple of months, I'll be doing a series called Start Your Own Fabulous Business on my weekly podcast called Mind Your Business. If you're new in business, I dedicate this to you. But if you prefer to work with me one-on-one, then go to amaduncan.com/store to book a discovery call with me. For now, grab your notepad, pen, cup of tea, and enjoy. Today's question is, who will I sell to? And before I go into answering this, I just want to say thank you to all those of you who reached out following last week's episode. So last week was on how do I start my business? If you didn't listen to it, I have added the link in the caption, so go listen to that first and you can continue. And some of you sent me emails saying thank you and how you're going to start your business, and I was so excited for you. One of you even sent me a video which I shared on my status because I was really excited for you. The fact that you are testing out an idea for the Father's Day, that's brilliant. And when you reach out like these messages and all that, and you respond, I get extra vim to keep doing what I do. I mean, I know I'm crazy enough to keep doing what I'm doing, even when I don't get any feedback from you, because I see what I'm doing as my ministry, and it's work, and it's work for God. Everything I do, I believe that I'm doing it for the glory of God. And so I'll keep doing it as long as He gives me the strength and keeps me going. Even when I feel like giving up, He will be like, no, not today, you're not giving up. So that's how He keeps me going with all the resources He's provided. So I'll keep going anyway. But just so you know, anytime you take time out to just reach out, send me an email, a message or something, some people even call, like people send voice notes praying for me and thanking me and stuff like that. Man, it's amazing. Thank you. You are giving me them. So yeah, thank you to all of you who responded last week and who have ever reached out, encouraging me, critiquing and asking me to improve on certain areas and all. Thank you all so much. So this week I am answering the question, who will I sell to? In selling your new product, remember, first of all, you are testing it to see whether this idea will gel or not. So there are 3 key things I wanted to share with you. The first thing is identify your target market. It's really important. Now, if you are new and like me at the beginning of my business and for a very long time, I used to think, my products and services are for everyone. I remember a product at the time, which was about 4 years ago, was going for about 800 Ghana cedis, and another version of it was for 1,000 cedis. And I was chasing students to buy it because I wasn't clear on my target market, even though I knew it was a program for leaders. I was just all over the place. Please, it's quite important that you identify the specific people who will be willing and able to buy your product and services. Now, if you are not sure of who your target market is, I have a video I did called How to Identify Your Target Market, and I am sharing the link in the caption so you can go watch that to be clear about who your target market is, and then you can move from there. Of course, one of the things I help my clients do as well is to help them identify their target market. So like I said earlier, if you want to reach out for a one-on-one conversation, you can start by booking a discovery call with me. The link is in the caption so that I can help you identify. But also you can just, if you are not ready yet to work with me one-on-one, or you feel you can't afford it now, the resource on how to identify your target market will be useful. All right, so the first step is identify your target market. Second, you have to find them, right? Now, in finding your target market, start from your known to unknown. So when I say known, I mean your existing network, and ask to be connected to their network. So known is your network, unknown is their network that you don't know yet. So I'll give an example using one of the first products that we created in the Fabulous Woman Network. This was about 6 or so years ago. It's called Customer Service Training for Professionals. The first time we made this public, the target market for us was businesses with employees. And so I had to, first of all, look through my network. Now I say my because at the time I was the sole person in charge of marketing. Now I have a team. So I had to look through my list of contact people within my network and identify people who were either business owners or led businesses, or even employees, because through the employees, I could also reach out to their leaders and then sell the product to them. So I remember in my church, there is a lady, one of my mentors actually. She is the head of a law firm. So I reached out to her and told her about the product. And she signed on, I believe, 2 of her staff. Then I asked her to connect me to other law firms in the city. And this woman gave me a list of 7 lawyers in the city, and I reached out to each one of them. Eventually, I sold to 2 other law firms, I believe. It's been a while. It was 1 or 2, and I'm still in touch with them, actually. So this same strategy of using your existing network and asking them to connect you to their network, that's exactly what I did. And I still use that strategy or tactics, whatever you call it, anytime I'm selling. So first of all, I identify the target market. I look in my network. Okay, who within my network is my target market? I reach out to them, and then I ask them to give me other people within their network. And then, of course, eventually these people also become part of my network. So this is basically one very key way to grow your own network. Okay, so first of all, I've said identify your target market and then find them. Now, the third thing I will say, which is super, super important, is use both offline and online resources. Let me stress again, offline and online. No, sorry, not resources, but sources. So offline and online sources. Now, I'm stressing the offline especially because, now, because we keep preaching that social media is a great place to meet people and sell and blah, blah, blah. I see that a lot of us are focusing more on the social media and forgetting the good old offline, which was not there. Which was there before social media came about, right? It is really important to be able to, don't lose the offline connections. Personally, the most effective, should I use the word effective, or the preferred, in a lot of ways, the preferred source for me is offline, actually. Although online is pretty easy because with one action you can reach multiple people. But the offline, I prefer that because it's more personalized and you get to engage the person and you get to ask questions, and if they have any objections, you can actually attend to it right away, address it right away. So let's start with online. Okay, offline. Yes. So offline, what are the sources? Let's start with good old family and friends. So the people you know already living in the house with you, they are potential people who can buy your product. I know some of you are probably rolling your eyes and saying, Amma, you don't know my family members. They want it for free. I know. You have probably also done it to other people. So please, can we not judge here? So yes, family and friends who are willing and able to buy from you, neighbors as well, church or religious community. I have already shared how I was able to sell a product starting from the church. And I sell to my church members a lot. I mean, if any church member is listening, they will tell you, hey, I'm sure sometimes they see me and they start running because this woman is coming to sell again. At a point, even my daughter was also selling. So yes, definitely identify people in these areas who are willing and able to buy from you. Your workplace as well. I used to sell at the workplace a lot. My hampers, oh my gosh. I remember Val's Day season. I used to make a lot of money. Ask me where that money is. So definitely your workplace. Now, you've got to be careful. Depending on the workplace you are, you may not be able to sell, or you have to know when to sell. You don't want to be selling when you should be focusing on your own work, right? Other associations are very good places, like if you're part of the parent-teacher association for your kids, please, that's a good place. Recently, at a car park, my kids' school car park, there was this lady I had already connected with. So my daughter's friend's mom, we had connected with in the past because our kids did an activity together and I was the chaperone. So I got to meet her. And then later when we met at the car park recently, she told me what she did. And I was so impressed. I'm like, oh my God, people hardly do that. People hardly tell you what it is they are doing. You're connected through your children and that's it. But I was so happy that this woman went the extra mile to tell me what she actually does for a living, and the fact that if I know anyone who might need her services, I can recommend. I was like, that is a serious-minded woman. Charlie? Anyway, so yeah, you can do your PTA. Like, don't be in a group and people don't know what it is that you do. For instance, some of you join Keep Fit clubs, and I'm talking even about offline. No, we haven't gotten to online yet. So what offline associations are you in? These are the places to identify people. And then, of course, a brilliant place is exhibitions. So one of my clients, for instance, she used to go to a farmer's market in Accra. I think it's called the Butterfly Market or so. You can just find out. And depending on where you are listening to this from, is there any exhibitions? For instance, when we do the Fabulous Woman Network events, we always have opportunities for people to exhibit, and people buy they pay for a slot, and it's usually so affordable, affordable depending on the kind of women that we are invited. I remember the first one. The money was so affordable that one mentor said, Amma, but why are you charging this? At the time, I didn't know what I was doing. And, anyway, we move, we learn and we move. So what I'm saying is find exhibition places and exhibit. You can actually even exhibit services. I have been at events where people will just bring their roll-up banner, flyers, and tell you what it is they do and get contact and everything. Especially at our events, we have people coming to exhibit services all the time. So you've just got to be, just figure out, be creative. Figure out how you're going to do it. Sometimes you have people making small hampers to come and show, or you have pictures to show. I mean, ideally, if you can bring the products or samples of it, that's amazing. But these are places. So you just figure out where these things are happening. And once you do, remember, you are testing your product. So you want to get their name, contact number, so that you can get their feedback. you call them afterwards. Hi, my name is Amadanka, and I met you at the Fabulous Woman Network conference called IFAB. Thank you for coming, and thank you for buying my fabulous lingerie. So I wanted to know, how was it for you when you wore it? Was it comfy? You know what I mean? Okay, guys, I'm not selling lingerie. I'm just using this as an example of what to say when you actually meet. And of course, you want not when you meet. What am I saying? I think I'm hungry. What to say when you call them. Yes, that's the one. So once you find out this information, it's quite important that you keep it, because remember, you want their feedback so you can improve on your new product even as you're building it. So this is how you do it offline. As I'm speaking, just think, who are the people you know that you can start from? I have met many people who will say, oh, my friends don't know I do this, and they've been doing it for years. And mind you, your friends go to other people to ask for that service because they don't know you do it. This is just by the way, let me pause and say this. I get so heartbroken when I'm looking for clothes and shoes, especially for my kids. And there are people within our network that I don't even know do these. My kids are not babies. It's easier to find stuff for babies, but sometimes it's really a struggle for me to find things for my teenage daughter and my son, who is not a teenager yet, but they are quite tall. And it's such a struggle. So if you're in my network and you sell these things, I'm looking at you like, that's mean. Please let me know what it is that you do. So yeah. You got me? Good. So I've talked about offline, the places or where you can find people. Now let's talk about online. I know online is quite easy, right? There's the easiest. Phone contacts, that's the number one place. Emails, that's another place. WhatsApp groups, oh my goodness, if you're like me and you are in a gazillion groups, you never know. The amazing opportunities I've had through my WhatsApp groups, I will have to share that on another day, especially when I'm talking about networking. Facebook groups, look, like the Fabulous Woman Community. So, we have a Facebook group called the Fabulous Woman Community. On Saturdays, that's our market days. We allow people to actually sell directly. Boom, you come and put whatever you're selling there. On Saturdays, there's so many other groups that allow people to sell. So please don't tell me that I don't know where. Go Google. Like I used to go to Facebook. So now when I say go Google, I mean actually Google on Facebook. You get what I mean? Like search on Facebook. So for instance, I used to search for women in business groups, things like that, or women groups, things like that, because I was looking for women. I was looking to connect with women. So depending on what it is you're selling, it's amazing. You'll be amazed if you're selling house plants. There are a gazillion groups for gardening, house plants, and all. Oh, and they have the most amazing postings, by the way. So you can do that. You can also sell online through exhibitions. So some people have activities and they do online exhibitions. Same way we have in-person events, people do online exhibitions. There is also, oh God, something came to mind, but I forgot. Yeah, online platforms for selling, like, I was going to say some company, but I won't even say it because no, I'm not saying it. But like how you can buy stuff online. I don't want to mention any names lest it looks like I'm advertising or anything, especially if I can't guarantee how good they are. But same way you can buy certain things online, there are a lot of places you can actually put your own product. I have product online that I don't pay to put my stuff on their marketplace, but anytime I sell, they take a portion and I take a portion. And Charlie, it's good money. It's like passive income. When you're sitting there minding your own business, then you get some email to say this has been bought from here or there. So that's really good. So yes, you can also sell online. For those of you whose product, like you're selling books and stuff, oh my goodness, or coaching and things like that, or even physical products, you can actually sell them online. You just have to do the research, ask questions. And I like it when some of you would reach out to me privately to ask, okay, Amma, what's the name of, sometimes I'm cautious about putting these names out there. Yes, maybe I've tried them, but I wouldn't want to just mention it when I can't be 100% sure publicly. But if you reach out privately, of course, I'll share a few with you. Why not? So yeah, definitely online platforms. Wherever you are online, your website. Now, speaking of websites, if you are now starting your business and you don't have the website already, that's fine. You have your good old Facebook, you have your Instagram, which is a great place. Look, Amma Duncan even advertises on LinkedIn. So I don't know what you're waiting for. Wherever you're connected to people, it's a great place, right? Okay. Now I want to talk about explain what I've just said using our latest item that we sold, which is the Fab Leaders Mastermind. So first of all, how did I even get this idea? Some of you may know already that in our Facebook group since I believe 2018 or so, I've been doing book reviews. It used to be monthly, then we came to weekly, and now we are back to monthly, where I would advertise the book of the month and then we'll read together. This is because, man, I have seen the value of reading in my life, especially in my finances and personal development. And it's like, like when you see Jesus and you want the whole world to see him too because he's amazing. That is how I feel about reading. Of course, I can't compare reading to Jesus, but you know what I mean. Like, I feel like so many doors open to us when we read and apply. And so that's why I started doing the book reviews. Then I told my coach mentor about, or shall I say mentor coach? How do I even call him? Coach mentor, mentor coach. Anyway, so I told her about this idea of creating a readers club. She challenged me to it. I call her my angel coach. So she challenged me, and so I created it, and we started testing this product. It was then called Fab Readers Club. So we were testing it. Of course, we started by selling it through to the women within our network. So you remember what I said about starting from the people you know. So I started from our network, and then some of them also connected us to their network. So we actually ended up selling to people who were outside of our network because they were referring the product to other people. And that's how we grew it. Currently, we've done how many cohorts? 4 or 5 cohorts. And just as of today, we've even added a few more people. I mean, it's going well. And I consider this product as still being tested. Recently, we changed the name to Fab Leaders Mastermind because it became beyond reading. We are reading, applying, supporting each other, connecting each other, and holding each other accountable. It is really amazing when women meet in small groups like these. 5, 6, maximum number I believe is 6 or so people. It's amazing. It's intimate, and we are really helping each other. I mean, it's a safe space. We can come and show our vulnerability. Sometimes I share certain things. They're like, really, Amma, you too? I'm like, yeah, me too. I'm human, just like you, So it's really amazing, these masterminds. And that's how I sold it, starting from people within our network. And then they connecting us to other people within their network. And because we have had the opportunity to build our brand for over 7 years, and majority of the people we know are online, thousands of people. Of course, we sell online a lot. But remember, offline is also bay. Repeat after me. Offline is also bay. Anyway, so if you're asking me, but Amma, how do I sell online? What are some of the tactics to use? I don't even know what to say and blah, blah, blah. God willing, next week, I will come and answer this question on how do I sell online. So I'll show you a few of the tips that I use when I'm selling online, especially when I'm shy. Yeah, you're probably thinking Amma is not shy. Recently, I was telling one of my masterminds, the paid mastermind, I was telling them that when it comes to selling, I have no shame. It's not like the shame is not there, but now the shame is my partner in crime. We keep going. We move, whether we are afraid or not. We are moving. Sister, we are moving. So God willing, next week, I will address that. But for today, what I've shared 3 tips to help you identify and sell. So first of all, identify your target market. I've shared the link to the video. Find them starting from your existing network and ask to be connected to their network. And then finally, use both offline and online sources. Now, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, girl? What you gonna do? What I'm asking you to do, your assignments, yes. I know. Some of you call me Teacher Ama. It is fine. As long as you don't call me Auntie Ama. I mean, if you're going to call me Auntie, then call me Rich Auntie Ama or something, right? But anyway, the name remains Lady Ama if you feel that you can't call me Ama. That was just by the way. So the call to action for today is sell to your online and offline contacts and record your feedback. And if you reach out to me, I will be happy to hear from you. If you have questions, remember to share them in the comment section, or you can send me an email. I am happy, especially those of you on my mailing list. You can just respond to that email. If you know my contact, just reach out. If you don't have my contact email or anything, you can just respond wherever you heard this from. Just put it in the comments and I'll check it myself. Anyway, so next week, like I said, we are coming to you with how do I sell online. And let me just say once again, if you prefer to work with me one-on-one, honey, just book a discovery call with me. And I have put the link in the caption where you can put that, book that. And I'll be happy to serve you. I love serving women and men. Yeah, I serve men too. Some of my clients are actually men. And it's really quite lovely to speak to men as well. So don't feel left out, okay? Me gentlemen. All right, let me let you go. And of course, let me know in the caption what has spoken. In the comment, what has spoken to you. Hey, I feel so hungry. I need to go pick my kids and eat some food. Until I come your way again, God willing, next week, it's ta toodles. Bye.